Good morning. Welcome to the morning update on Tuesday, the 31st of May. I'm Tom Colley, and I'll be taking you through things this morning. Obviously, today, Tuesday, after the bank holiday in both the UK and the US yesterday, so the markets may take some warming up, so there may be a lack of liquidity there in the early part of the day, certainly. Okay, before we go to the news, just to mention once again that we will be at the London Forex Expo, which is on Friday the 3rd, this coming Friday. It's at the Grange Tower Bridge Hotel in London. More information at londonforexexpo.co.uk. We'll be there. We'll have a stand. Both Mark Owen and Nishal Patel will be speaking at the event. They'll also be available on the stand to speak to you if you would like to come and chat to us. Okay, over to the news for the day ahead. Well, overnight we had some building approvals on the Aussie. Now they came in really quite strong compared with expectation, a +3 versus a forecast of -3.1. That did see some movement on the Aussie overnight, and we did see some Aussie strength. We'll be looking at the Aussie chart in a moment. Later today, we have GDP on the Canadian dollar, and then consumer confidence data from the US out at 3 o'clock. Maybe more significantly this evening, we've got from China, we've got the manufacturing PMI, which is the government produced figure, and also the Caixin manufacturing PMI, which is often the more believed figure. So both those to watch out for overnight, along with gross domestic product for the Aussie. These two particular Chinese data, particular interest if we go over to the Asian markets now and have a look at what's been going on overnight. An extremely bullish session on Chinese equities session overnight. This has been the first session of the week. A big change from what we've seen really for the past 2 weeks or more, where we've seen price basically bumping along the 2,800 level. There's been a lot of talk in this respect that this level is being protected and there is intervention causing that. Why? Because we've seen a really big weakening over the last week or so on the US dollar Chinese yuan exchange rate. We'd expect that weakening to be reflected by a weakening in the equities. Clearly, overnight we've seen the complete opposite of that. So something to keep an eye on there. Interesting also on the Nikkei, the Japanese equities, and we've had a bullish session overnight again and a breakout of this triangle formation. So clearly a bullish move there. So there may be some measure of reaction here versus the reaction on the Chinese equities. It will be interesting to see what other equities, particularly in the US, do over the remainder of the day. Over on the dollar index, well, we've broken through this significant level here around the $95 level. The next dollar we've got is around 96 here. We've got a descending channel here. We're looking and expecting the dollar to, in some state, shape or form, to pull back to this zone before going longer to that 96 and forward from there. We are still anticipating dollar strength, and our trading will reflect that. Having said that, we've had some dollar strength recently, and in some areas we are looking for pullbacks. The Aussie here being a typical example of that. We've had an extended period, bearish period. We're now looking at pullback into resistance at this level here. Before taking the trade short again down to these lows, which would be our next target down there. As we can see, I mentioned some figures, good building figures overnight. Those are reflected in a bullish bar that we had when we came to the screens this morning. Other points of interest today, WTI crude oil is currently at and around the $50 level. This is the end of a nice ABCD move that you can see marked on here. We're now looking for downside and ways into this market. We are short this market already, but we will again be looking to add in on this short play, and correspondingly we're looking to trade the Canadian dollar long in the opposite direction to this one. Okay, guys, you've been looking at what we call our pure analysis as usual, clean charts, buy and sell with the institutions. We take a fundamental bias. We use our expertise in the commitment of traders analysis. We use seasonal analysis. We use small 40 pip stop losses on major and minor FX pairs, 50 on crosses, allows us to be much more profitable with a smaller number of winners. If you want to improve your results, visit the website www.phoenixblue.co.uk. Any questions, send them direct to us on email, info@phoenixblue.co.uk. As I've already mentioned, we are at the London Forex Expo on Friday, where you could come and talk to us face to face. Let's see if we can find a way that we can assist in moving your trading to the next level. Okay, that's it for today. We look forward to speaking to you tomorrow and hope you have a successful trading day. Goodbye.